Welcome to Wanderlust Worldwide, the channel where we look beyond the glittering images, the polished brochures, and the postcard-perfect scenes, and into the hidden worlds beneath them. Today, we journey into the high places of our planet, to mountains that sleep for most of the year, then awaken, fully alive, beneath winter's quiet crown. These are the top 10 Christmas skiing resorts, not as you've seen them, but as they truly are. Most people imagine skiing holidays as glowing chalets, snowy slopes, fireworks, Santa hats, and hot drinks under golden lights. But Christmas in the mountains is more than a holiday. It is a season shaped by ancient survival, by centuries of tradition, and by landscapes that transform into temporary kingdoms of ice and silence. Let us step into that world, one winter sanctuary at a time. 10. Zell am See, Austria, the Lake of Winter Dreams. Zell am See rests beside a lake that freezes into a perfect sheet of winter glass. Mountains rise around it like protective walls, holding the valley in an embrace that feels timeless. When Christmas comes, the town glows with soft lights reflected in the ice. The streets fill with scents of roasted chestnuts and gingerbread, and the sound of bells drifts across the water. But the magic of Zell am See lies not in the decorations. It lies in the quiet moments. A skier gliding through fresh powder as morning fog lifts from the lake. The sound of church bells echoing across snowy rooftops. The ancient traditions kept alive by families who have lived here for generations. Here, winter is not a season, it is a story. 9. Banff and Lake Louise, Canada, where Christmas meets infinity. Deep within the Canadian Rockies lies a world that feels almost untouched by time. Banff and Lake Louise are more than resorts, they are gateways into wilderness. At Christmas, the mountains tower like stone giants carved from ice. Skiers wind through forests heavy with snow, where silence is so complete, it feels sacred. And then there is Lake Louise, frozen, still, and impossibly blue beneath its coat of winter. Christmas here is defined by vastness. By frozen mornings where breath hangs in the air like smoke. By wildlife tracks stamped into untouched snow. By the sense that you are standing at the edge of something infinite. Few places make winter feel as big or as beautiful. 8. Courchevel, France, the jewel of the Alps. Courchevel is known for glamour, luxury hotels, Michelin-starred cuisine, and beautifully groomed slopes. But beneath the sparkle lies a deeper heritage. This valley was shaped by shepherds long before it became a playground for the world's elite. The wooden chalets that now hold travelers were once built to withstand brutal winters, and the traditions that survive here have roots reaching back centuries. At Christmas, Courchevel becomes a snow-lit theater. Carols echo between chalets, the air fills with the smell of baking pastries, and families wander the streets wrapped in scarves and wonder. Yet beyond the lights, the mountains loom ancient, silent, eternal. A reminder that the Alps are older than luxury, older than Christmas, older than us all. 7. Åre, Sweden, the Nordic Christmas realm. Far to the north, where winter arrives early and stays late, sits Åre, a Scandinavian world carved from wind, wood, and ice. Christmas here is simple, authentic, and deeply connected to Swedish tradition. The slopes cut through dense pine forests, dusted with snow so fine it feels like powdered light. Wooden cabins glow with soft, warm lamps. And the Christmas markets overflow with crafts shaped by Nordic hands, knitwear, wooden toys, and foods passed down through generations. Here, winter folklore still breathes. Stories of mountain spirits, guardian trolls, and ancient winter gods linger in every shadowed forest. And when the northern lights ripple across the sky, Christmas becomes something otherworldly. Åre is not just a resort, it is a winter fairy tale. 6. Zermatt, Switzerland, beneath the shadow of the Matterhorn. If mountains had personalities, the Matterhorn would be the philosopher, quiet, powerful, and endlessly watchful. Zermatt sits at its base, a village where cars are forbidden and time seems to move at a slower pace. At Christmas, streets lined with wooden chalets glow in the cold, crisp air. Horse-drawn carriages glide over snow-packed paths. And the mountain, always the mountain, stands above everything like a guardian carved from stone. Skiers weave through one of Europe's most beautiful landscapes, crossing into Italy and back again. But the true beauty of Zermatt lies in its stillness. In the quiet moments when the world seems frozen in time, and the Matterhorn glows pink beneath the dying light of winter afternoon. Few places make Christmas feel as eternal. 5. Aspen, Colorado. The American Christmas frontier. Aspen is where rugged American history meets modern winter celebration. Born from a silver mining boom, the town retains the charm of frontier days, brick buildings, wooden facades, and a spirit of adventure woven through every street. At Christmas, Aspen becomes a place of contrast. Cowboy heritage wrapped in glittering holiday lights, art galleries alongside ski lodges, fine dining nestled in rustic mountain cabins. The slopes are vast, the snow is soft, and the sky stretches endlessly above the Rockies in shades of blue that seem impossible. But the soul of Aspen lies in its people, a community built on creativity, freedom, and the belief that mountains should be lived in, not looked at. Christmas here is joyful, vibrant, and very American, a celebration shaped by snow and spirit. 4. Dolomiti Superski, Italy. A cathedral of stone and snow. The Dolomites do not simply rise, they erupt. Jagged limestone towers stretch into the sky, their edges sharp as blades, glowing pink and gold at sunrise and sunset. This is in Rosadira, the famous alpine glow that turns the mountains into living art. At Christmas, the Dolomites are a world of storybook villages, Italian warmth, and ancient Latin culture. Skiers move through landscapes so dramatic they feel unreal. Wooden huts serve dishes passed down through mountain families for centuries. Hearty stews, handmade pasta, and desserts fragrant with alpine herbs. Christmas here is a blend of the sacred and the spectacular, a place where nature becomes the cathedral and the snow itself feels like a blessing. 3. Street Moritz, Switzerland, winter's crown jewel. Street Moritz is one of the birthplaces of winter tourism, a place where aristocrats once came seeking the crisp alpine air. Over time, it has grown into one of the world's most refined winter destinations. But look deeper, and you will see the heart of the Engadin Valley beating beneath the luxury. Frozen lakes used for horse racing, ancient customs carried out under star-filled skies, and sunlight so bright on the snow it feels like the world is glowing. At Christmas, Street Moritz becomes a winter symphony. Lights reflect on the ice, music drifts through the streets, and the mountains encircle the town like walls of glittering white. It is elegant. It is timeless. It is winter at its most refined. 2. Niseko, Japan, Christmas in the land of powder. Niseko is unlike any other resort on Earth. Each winter, icy winds sweep from Siberia, bringing some of the softest, lightest powder snow found anywhere. Snow so fine it feels weightless. Christmas here is quiet, contemplative, and deeply connected to nature. Skiers glide through forests of white birch, where the world seems muted, purified by winter. Traditional onsens offer steaming baths under falling snow, creating a contrast of heat and cold that feels both ancient and healing. The mountains of Hokkaido carry stories, Shinto traditions, Ainu heritage, and the quiet humility of Japanese culture. Christmas in Niseko is not loud or showy. It is gentle. It is peaceful. It is the kind of winter that stays with you long after you leave. 1. Kitzbühel, Austria, the Christmas kingdom of the Alps. Kitzbühel is more than the Haschone resort on this list. It is the beating heart of alpine winter. A medieval town wrapped in snow, its narrow streets glow beneath lanterns and garlands. Church bells ring through the cold air. The scent of spices and mulled wine drifts from Christmas markets that have existed for generations. On the slopes, history comes alive. This is the home of the Hahnenkamm, one of the most legendary downhill races in the world. But beyond the fame, Kitzbühel remains a place of deep heritage. Families who have lived here for centuries gather in the town square. Old traditions resurface in festivals and songs. And everywhere you look, the mountains stand tall, ancient guardians watching over a winter kingdom. Kitzbühel is Christmas as it was meant to be. Warm, magical, timeless, and filled with the spirit of the Alps. Christmas skiing is more than travel. It is a return to worlds shaped by snow and silence. To mountains that hold stories older than memory, to moments of warmth found in the coldest places, these 10 resorts are not just destinations. They are living winter realms, each with its own soul, its own history, its own magic. These are the top 10 Christmas skiing resorts, the winter worlds you never truly saw.